Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. Be Your Own Hero Show. There's my shirt. And HERO is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. It also stands for high emotion radiates overflow. I almost thought of a new acronym just then. I almost had it, but no. High emotion radiates overflow. I'm your host. I'm Sekou Write. I am a professional speaker and a new author. I gotta say new author because I've been an author before. For those of you who are interested in my books, feel free to purchase some of my books. But just know that the books that I've written before are a little a little different than what I just published. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'll say. So just go to Amazon.com and type Sekou Writes. Often type it in Sekou Writes, but also type it in as one word. Sekou Writes all together as one word. So you see it, it'll come up. But anyway. Sorry for that tangent. welcome to the New Thought Media Network for giving me this space for me to learn, for me to grow, to be a man with a man recovering from a stroke and doing his best to beat the odds. Beat the odds. That sounded dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. And if anything, I say to you, strikes you up as something you'd like to study some more, please do that. Please do that. Please do that. Okay, that was a little choppy, but I'm pushing through. I'm pushing on through. All right, so let's see. Today is Friday, Free Flow Friday. Free Flow Friday. So I'm gonna keep it loose. Let me see who's in the chat with me. B King is lighting up the world. Good morning, B King. Good morning from Colorado. Colorado. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. And let's see. And happy free Flow Friday. Yeah, I remember what I actually call it this time. Free Flow Friday, as named by Nan. Okay, lots of people who Fee is tagging to check it out. So come check it out. Come check it out. All right. So, all right. So I was just reading the comments. Okay. So let me hide the current comment. All right. So, oh hey Tim. Hey Tim is just popping in, right? Yeah. Hey Tim. Okay. So, where are we starting today? Run streak. Run streak. Run streak. I've still not posted a run streak. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been shooting them, but I haven't been posting them. And every time I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna do it as soon as I get home. I get home and then I'm like, I just fall asleep because I am I am trying so hard to do so many things at once. And usually I do my two things. My two things in life these days are my show and my run. Those are two things I do per day. They kind of give me energy, but then after that, I just kind of wear down very quickly in my usual life. So New York is different for me because I gotta go, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. And so it's been very draining for me. And I've been falling out, just falling out, just sleeping a lot. So I think I'm gonna do it today and do a whole series of run streaks. For those of you that don't know, I have been running every day since the first day of this year. The first day of this year, I've been running every day. And I've been doing that in spite of my stroke. In spite of my stroke, but trying to give myself something to go for, something to strive for. And so the two things that have been really challenging for me are doing the show and doing my run. Like those two things are very, very difficult to me, especially because of the stroke, the effects of the stroke. Because I could do it, beforehand, before all this, I did it pretty well. I did pretty well. I did pretty well. I did 409 days. 409 days. And I was doing all kinds of things. I did a half marathon, did 10K, did all kinds of things. But this time, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I did complete my first marathon. Praise God for that. And that was challenging, but I did it. And what I'm trying to emphasize though is that Free Flow Friday. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that running now is much more difficult than running before. And I know some of you are like, oh, you've been doing it since the first day of the year. Yeah, yeah, but it's very difficult. Matter of fact, so today, B King got me up out the bed to run because I was exhausted. I'll get to that in a minute, but I was exhausted today. And I didn't think I was going to be able to get anything done. And here comes Feet. Let's go run. I was like, oh, man. Just when I was about to get back in bed, I was like, oh, man. And so I didn't even respond back to her because I was scared if I responded back to her, I was gonna flake out. I was gonna flake up. So I was like, well, let me see if I get my sweats on. All right. I got that done. Let me check something out in the lobby. I was meaning to check that out. Like inch by inch, I got down there, and I finally got down there, and I remember I got through the run, and I was shocked. Well, let me rephrase that. I want you to get that emphasis. I was horrified that when I looked at my watch and saw that I was halfway through, because usually halfway through is about when I turn on, right? But this time I was like, oh no, we're only halfway through. Oh, just keep on. And so I want you to know that it is not easy doing this. It's not easy. And I think that's where I'm going with my play day Friday this week. I'm just going to talk about how it's not easy, right? So that's what we're going to talk about, because people need to know. All right. Linda is saying, good Friday morning. Life is good, and I love living it. Yes, Ashe. And V King's asked me what I just said. Why are they difficult? Your show and running. Yeah, because they are hard. So let me talk about that. Wait, let me do my affirmation so we can say that it's done. Let's do it so we can say it's done, and then let's get on to the stuff we're going to talk about today. So, I'm so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I'm so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe, I had to get that extra one in there. Okay, so today we're talking about why it's not easy. And there's a number of different ways to answer this, but I want to start off with the story. So, start off with the story, I got to show the picture, right? So this is the picture. Oh, I'm going to do a drum roll. I haven't done a drum roll in a while. Here we go. Drum roll. Here we go. Ta-da, drum roll. Ta-da. There's me. and Rev Mel. Me and Rev Mel. Me and Rev Mel. So we connected last night at a place. I don't remember the name, but at a pizza place, and we connected. And so I've discovered that my range for for what's the word my range for figuring things out tends to be about 24 hours. Now that's a lot, considering most people affect things, process things right then, right then, right in it. So whatever happens, they're able to process it immediately. But whereas I now process things in about 24 hours, right? And so I have at least developed the knowledge that it should take me X amount of time before I'm able to process it, right? So I mentioned the thing that happened with the landlord and everything. I can piece that together better now. But anyway, I that's an aside. I just was letting you know how it takes me about 24 hours to process. And so today, I think I'm a little bit faster than with Reverend Mel. So this is what happened. She said, wait, meet me in Harlem, and I was like, uh oh, right, oh, because I have become very, very steady with my own things. My small circle has gotten smaller, and so going to Harlem used to be nothing. Used to be like that, nothing. Meet me in Harlem. Yeah, meet you in Harlem. And I was like, oh. So I met her in Harlem, and so I took the train, and the train was a lot to deal with, and then getting to the restaurant was a lot to deal with, and it's just so that it's just that it yeah, it's hard for me to concentrate on it. It's like it takes me more to process the same amounts of information I used to process like that, right? And so I'll give you an example. So Reverend Mel and I were sitting outside here, but later on she was, mosquitoes were getting her, so we moved inside, right? And then once we moved inside, I had to stop sharing because the music was too loud. Like the music, it wasn't too loud for a restaurant, but it was too loud for me because I couldn't focus on what I was speaking, what I was saying, and the music playing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like that was challenging for me, and it took me a while to understand it. Like, okay, the music is too loud. I can't focus on what I, you know. Oops, sorry. So yeah, so that was challenging, and then being doing the things that I would typically do, right? So we finished dinner, and she gets in her Uber, and I go, and I just went my usual route, which was get on a train, and wow, it was strong, it was strong, and I got home, and I just fell, like I was supposed to do my transcendental meditation with Reverend Mel. We were supposed to do it at midnight, and I set it up, and I heard him say, "Hey, hello, welcome," and I was like, like I just fell out. So I feel like this is much less organized than I want it to be, but I hope you understand that I have to process things in a different way. And for all the people that are like, "Hey, when's Sekou gonna come back and be his normal self?" Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I will come back. Like yeah, for simple things like I got to think about the music when some place is playing in order to concentrate, in order to speak and process it. But the music is like is a differential for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if I have some comments. If I have some comments or questions or something to see if I can go. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shay. I totally understand what you're going through. Yeah. Yeah, like uh, thank you, Shay. And I'm trying to articulate these things as they're happening. But yesterday would have been like that. Would have been like that. It would have been so easy back in the day before I had a stroke. Would have been nothing. Would have been nothing. But yesterday it took up so much out of me. And that's why I was tired this morning because I was tired. You understand me? I was tired, right? And I just couldn't get myself going. Now, thankfully for Reverend Mel and her energy, and she kept me, interested and focused on her, but I couldn't do it like the way someone else would. And my dad asked me about Thanksgiving yesterday, and I was just talking about it, but and then I had having had this experience, I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I can if I can do Thanksgiving. I don't know. I think I need to keep my ball very small and open the ball slowly in small ways, and small ways because that's difficult. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see what Fee King is saying. There is a book about not looking in your rearview mirror. It's a Buddhist take on looking forward and being in the now, the present. Okay, yeah, let me check that out, P. Let me check that out. And Tim is saying my level of concentration has definitely diminished after my stroke. Yeah, man. Yeah, like yeah, and so that and the thing with the landlord, I was really just trying to go get through it, go get through it, go get through it, and not really processing what was happening because my mom was asking me what was happening, and I was like, I don't really know, because I was just trying to get through, get through, get through, get through, and just and have enough energy to get through. And so I don't know. It's difficult for me to do these things and get through them. You know, I hope I hope that I'm making sense to someone. I hope that I'm connected with someone. I hope so. Yeah. Anyway, um, let's see. Let's see. Do you want a goal of going back or moving forward and creating your new path? Huh. Yeah, I do want to move forward. I do want to move forward. It's just that some things people expect of me and think nothing of it. Like, hey, let's meet in Harlem. It's easy thing. And I'm like, like I've got to be ready to do some of those things, but but I'm not quite sure how to phrase that. But like be able to meet with people, be able to meet with people, and be comfortable. And last night showed me that be I've got to practice more of of dealing with people, hanging with people, but uh, yeah, but finding a way to kind of uh, to do it with him. I don't know. I don't know how that came out. I don't know how that came out. But anyway, I was saying at the beginning, it's harder to do the runs and the the show because of this. Like I'm doing the show today, and I'm all in my trying to decipher my feelings, and I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, and sometimes it feels like porridge. It feels like porridge, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this, and I'll take that as an entry point. I'll take this, take that as an entry point, and just go and just see what happens. And so this is what's happening today, and this is very unlike the shows that I did before. Because if you've seen my shows that I did before, I mean, he was like, like he did so much. He got so much done, and I still get confused watching my shows from before because they're just so fast. And so I've had to downsize them to one thing, to one small thing, rather than letting it all come at once. So that's something else too. That's something else too. So anyway, it's been difficult to manage these things, and I think it's important that people understand that even though doing a show is difficult, and even though running a marathon every day is difficult, they are difficult, but they are the highest apogee, the highest point of which I can get enough energy up to go and carry on and do what I'm saying I'm going to do for whatever amount of time. And then they only carry me up for so long before they let me loose, you know? So even though they are the biggest things you can imagine, having a show and running every day, they're more like my bottom level, right? They're like my bottom level. Just get those two things done. Get those two things done, and once you get those two things done, they will carry you throughout the rest of the day. All right, I hope that makes sense. Okay, okay. Oh, people are crossing back. People are talking back. B is shouting out Linda for her powerful questions. I like that when people talk back to each other. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else is B King saying. Here's a statement and a belief that may help. When I say no to you, I'm saying yes to me. You get to just say yes to Sekou first and foremost. Ashe. Ashe. Oh, and, and money. And money. All right. Money. All right. So let me get on to some money. Let me get on to some money. So for those of you who haven't been paying attention, I spent most of my time in Baltimore recently. And I was doing well, let me make this short because I don't have much time left. I went to the movies 3 times. 3 times I went to the movies. And it wasn't until after I got to New York, that I started thinking about, oh, I need to set aside some money for the future version of me to make use of this money, to make use of this moment. Because it's a great time that I shared with myself. A great time, right? But I didn't share it with my future version of me. Right? And I was like, all right, let me give something to my future version of me. So what I did was I did $3 based on $30 movie. Yeah, well, anyway, I did $3 per $30 per movie. About, I mean, there's a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but $3, $6, $9. So I put aside $9 into stock on via Cash App. Via Cash App? Via Cash App to Netflix. I put it on Netflix. Now, why did I put it on Netflix? Because Netflix is one of the FANG stocks. FANG is not something Sekou made up. It's not something I made up. This is something that the big financial people have made up. FANG is one of these primary. It's an acronym for certain stocks, and Fang is one. Netflix is one of them. And so instead of trying to find which is a AMC, which is a Regal, trying to find a stock that's open, I decided I will give that money to the other entertainment thing, which is Netflix, right? And so what I'm doing is compartmentalizing by subject field, right? So I'm putting in money on Netflix, even though it's not technically Netflix, right? It's close enough. Close enough. Netflix shows movies. I want to see movies, like that. And so I set aside $9 just recently and moved that money to my future me because 5 years from now that $9 will be worth something much more than $5, right? And Netflix, people have been talking about, oh, Netflix is going the way of dinosaur or whatever. Yeah, if you look at what it's done, it's something like 35,000%. What? 35,000% is going up. I mean, that's crazy. So my thing is to hold on until it's a 5-year deal, until I've held on to the stock for 5 years. And then I will see how my future me feels about the $5, the $9. But this is important though. Don't be worried about what's going to happen with Netflix, because Netflix is Netflix. It's a huge company. If something was to happen with it, you would hear about it. Even if you don't watch the news, you would definitely hear about it. It's Netflix, right? So just keep on, and sit and secure your placement for your future you for $5 ahead of you. So give something to the future version of you. Give something to the future version of you. Give something to the future version of you. So whatever you do, you want to go out for a picnic, you want to go see a movie, do that, and then figure out, all right, how can I put $1 on something? $1 on something. Matter of fact, I remember another movie I saw. I happened upon a movie outside. I was just walking around and I found it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And so now I will charge another $1 towards my future me, because the more I can give to my future me, the more I have in 5 years. Because I'm giving more money to the $5 side, right? So that the money doesn't just go like this. Got to go like this. Got to give the money some more money. Give the money some more money? No, give the future you, give the future version of you more money. Okay, I ran out of time. All right, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I came up with this guy of you for 5 years ahead, but that's really good. So imagine paying yourself 5 years in advance, right? Because right now your version of you is cold. It's cold, but you got to give them money to warm them up. You got to give them money, right? So I feel like that was pretty cool. All right, so I got to go now. And thank you for being with me. Thank you for allowing me to take this time to talk about these things and help me get sense of everything, because this TV show helps a lot. It helps me gather things together. It helps a lot. So thank you to you. Thank you to New Threat Media Network. Thanks to everyone for giving me the blessing of this show. And now I'm gonna go lay down. All right. I'll see you guys later. Keep doing, be your own hero, and remember that now is better than perfect. Now is always better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. I should.